Oh dear, I miss my grandmother so much. She was lovely, she was calm, she was fun to be with, very vulnerable, and a kind-hearted being. 22nd February 2021, which was Monday morning, she took ill, was sent to the hospital, and she never made it back home again. 26th February 2021, which was Friday morning around 11 a.m., she gave up. She held my hand and wouldn't let go. And I'm glad I was there to bid her farewell and say my final goodbye. Early morning of 11th September 2021, we sent Grandma back home to pay her our final respect and also to give her a final resting place. At this moment, I started recalling all the good times we had together. She was so lovely. Grandma was 90 years old. She lived well. She lived healthy, and she was God-fearing. As tradition requires, we prepared Grandma for loved ones to come and bid her farewell, and I made sure she looked beautiful. I did her makeup for her because I told her I was going to do her makeup for her on this day, and I did just that. I never understood grief until it came knocking on my door and nature responded. My kid sister kept calling Grandma, but Grandma never responded. She kept crying. We mourned her. We called her. She screamed, but she never responded. Grandma was lovely. Grief can never be explained. Until you experience it, you will never truly know the pain that consumes you when someone you love dearly dies. The pain of losing Grandma was very unbearable. We couldn't bear it. The pain was too much. At this moment, I was lost. I was broken. Loved ones came to pay their last respect to Grandma. She was lovely. She was loved by many. Life, I always say, comes with its own predicament. You can never tell, and you will never know. Life is a mystery. Thank you to the few friends who came to support me, who came to show me love at this point of my life. I felt really lost, to be honest. I felt the whole world was coming to an end. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Grief, I don't even wish for my greatest enemy. Never. And I came to pay my last respect to Grandma and to say goodbye to her and to thank her for everything she did for me and my siblings, that we were grateful. As tradition required, we did everything we're supposed to do in sending Grandma off. And I know her soul will be happy. I know she'll be glad. And I know she'll rest in peace, knowing that we are at peace also. Yeah. And it was time for the whole family to come together and to say goodbye to Grandmother. So all of us came together. Everybody you see here is a family member. We all came here to bid her farewell and safe journey. That's my mother. She just couldn't stand. She couldn't bear the pain. She thanked Grandma for our lives. I also thank her so much. My cousins, everybody in the family came to bid Grandma farewell, and it was much needed and appreciated. Grandma lived well, and with clean hearts, we mourned her. We bid her farewell. From home, we brought her to the church. Grandma was a Christian, and she never joked with her God. She loved God, and she prayed well. Yes, and her prayers kept some of us going through and through. She served God well throughout her life. She never lived a day without praying. She never lived a day without saying her rosary. As she was a Catholic, a true Christian, she was. And Grandma was known for that. From church, we went to the cemetery to lay her to rest. If you can't understand why someone is grieving for so long, consider yourself lucky. Yeah. Consider yourself one of the most luckiest people on earth, that you don't understand grief. You don't need to. You don't deserve to. Grief taught me so many life lessons, fortunately or unfortunately. It taught me human behavior and also who to keep around me. Yeah, Sunday church service was Thanksgiving service for grandmother. We all came together to thank God for Grandma's life. We thank God and prayed for Grandma's soul. We prayed for her life, and we also prayed and thank God for a successful funeral right done. We're happy. Things went on well. There wasn't any trouble during the funeral rite, and that was what we were looking for. We came to church with a grateful heart, and we thank God. Friends and family came together. We celebrated Grandma. She lived well. She lived up to 90 good years. She lived healthy. She was a lovely person. And I know wherever she is happy and looking over us. She is grateful. And I always say, bless her soul. And we thank her for our lives, always and anytime. 2021 wasn't a good year for me, but as the Bible says, in all things give thanks to God, and we did exactly that. 2021, and grief taught me so many things. Grief made me understand the phrase that says, not everyone that smiles at you is your friend, and not everyone that smiles at you loves you. In as much as grief taught me so many life lessons, I still wouldn't wish it for anybody on this earth. Thanks to the few friends who came and supported me during this time of my life. I owe you a lot. I call you family and not friends. Today, 11th September 2022, I decided to visit Grandma. Exactly a year we laid her to rest. Yeah, so I traveled all the way. I visited her. Yeah, and I did some small cleaning there. I wanted to make sure everything was clean, everything was neat, and everything was nice. Yes, so I cleaned the whole place. I cleaned her tomb. And we talked, I met my sisters there, so we talked about Grandma, how we missed her, what we've learned, life lessons and all that.
Really good at saying what you mean. Suppress my feelings, 'cause I know what's best for me. Feel short of confidence, my hands begin to shake. I thought I knew you, but I barely knew your name. Porcelain stuck to your teeth, you got everything, and I can't believe how I've been let down again.
siblings and my mom. We prayed for grandma, and I also tried to have a little conversation with her. I tried to update her what's going on in my life and all that. Yeah, she listens, and I know she hears everything. Yeah, I did just that. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. See you in the next one.